I'm Kendall Clark.
And I'm Nathanael Lorenzo. For today's newscast, we'll share stories on how the San Marcos Animal Shelter is asking for special donations and about a fish that's gone extinct. Further Bobcat Days are scheduled for November 20th, February 19th, and April 9th. For Bobcat Update, I'm Nathan Lorenzo. Students from all over the country arrived in San Marcos for Bobcat Day this past Saturday. Many of the university's departments were represented at the gathering. Some had booths set up in the LBJ Student Center ballroom.
We were in a little classroom before with only the McCoy College, and so it was more intimate, but I think this is, like, the layout is better. There's more engagement with people that come in.
The high school students received tours around campus, including LBJ Student Center, Alcock Library, dining halls, and every residence hall on campus. Some academic programs had faculty members on hand to provide information about the degrees that can be pursued here at Texas State.
I think I talked personally to about 50 or 60 students. We see if someone appears lost or uncertain, we approach them and we tell them about our great major and our great university.
Further Bobcat Days are scheduled for November 20th, February 19th, and April 9th. For Bobcat Update, I'm Nathan Lorenzo. Current Texas State students have access to a variety of services, including several software programs. For example, Adobe Creative Cloud and Office 365 are available for free on-campus computers and at a discount for personal services when a Texas State email is used.
I personally have had classes in which I'm able to get Adobe Lightroom Classic, Photoshop, InDesign, stuff like that completely free through my student account.
ITAC, the Information Technology Assistance Center, is based in Alcock 1 and available to all students. ITAC offers help with troubleshooting and repair evaluations.
We are an Apple certified and Dell certified repair shop. So if you have an Apple or Dell, we can work with, if you have a warranty for repairs. We do help with certain parts in HP, but we're not a warranty repair shop for personal devices.
Polar says the average turnaround time for repairs is 4 to 7 business days, with certain parts and services taking longer.
An evaluation is $20 plus tax, and that would be normally where the technician will let you know what they assess and the problem of the device and how much it will cost.
For ITAC to do repairs, a service fee of $50 is charged along with the price of replacement parts. For Bobcat Update, I'm Nathan Lorenzo. Bartenders and staff working in San Marcos are on the constant lookout for students trying to sneak their way into where alcohol is being sold. For those who serve, such attempts by those would-be underage drinkers are an inconvenience.
There's definitely still some that walk up and try to just go for it, or sometimes they'll be like, "Do y'all take underage people?" Like, no.
In Texas, being a minor in possession of a fake ID is a Class A misdemeanor, and attempting to purchase alcohol with that ID is a Class C misdemeanor. Most establishments try to avoid issue with law enforcement and will keep any IDs they suspect are fake. If a suspected underage person wants the ID returned, police are asked to intervene to inspect the document before retrieval.
Because we are pretty strict in San Marcos on fake IDs, so a lot of them will come from their hometowns where their fake IDs would work and they're used to being able to go out and drink. And it's kind of like a shock at first when they start trying to come to the square and realize, like, you're not really going to get in anywhere.
Many employees and bartenders who deal in catching underage drinking at bars and liquor stores have one common piece of advice: wait until you're 21. For Bobcat Update, I'm Nathan Lorenzo. The Hays County School District Board of Education has approved funding to house an aerospace program at Johnson High School. The program will have students working together with NASA engineers to build, analyze, and solve problems for rocket launches. According to Community Impact, similar programs now exist at 85 schools across the nation. The budget allocates more than $500,000 to design and construct the building, as well as furnish it with necessary equipment. This week, Texas State features a showcase on inclusiveness. The purpose of the showcase is to tell stories about the university's effort to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion. Several units on campus submitted videos to show how they are celebrating these themes. Students can watch the videos on the Texas State Inclusion page and then vote on which ones they like. Voting ends this Friday, and awards will soon be presented to the best videos for this year and last. Texas lawmakers decided earlier this week to allocate about $3.3 billion to higher education. The bill provides $422 million to the Texas State University system, including $112 million for the construction of a STEM building in San Marcos and about $52 million for the construction of a health professions building in Round Rock. Wurstfest in New Braunfels is making a comeback. A massive fire and the pandemic have been huge setbacks for the event in recent years, so having fans of the 10-day festival return is a welcome sight. Bobcat Update's Jorge Briones Santos has the story. Speaking of Wurstfest, didn't you go yesterday?
I did go yesterday. I watched live music and stood in some long food lines.
What did you get?
So I didn't get anything crazy, but my dad got potato pancakes.
Well, I'm actually going this weekend, so maybe I'll try them out.
You should.
I'm Nathanael Lorenzo.
And I'm Paige Green. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for another edition of Bobcat Update.